are absolutely American, iconic places, the Twin Towers. When we talk about the World Trade Center site and the memorial being a sacred place, it's really all the history that's imbued in the place itself. I'm hoping this memorial performs the function of closing a wound that's been open for so long. This has been a hole, both emotionally as well as physically, for 10 years. So to see the steel form the pools, to see the first trees come in place, and now at the opening itself, this is a place that I think is going to be a permanent part of the city. And for a New Yorker, it's a point of pride that we built something that's hopefully is inspiring and is beautiful to many. Fundamentally, the memorial marks the very footprints where the two Twin Towers stood. There's a north memorial pool and a south memorial pool that are each an acre in size, which was the size of the Twin Tower bases themselves, in the very footprints where these Twin Towers stood. The names of the 2,983 victims of 9/11, which include those that were lost at the Pentagon as well as Flight 93 in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, as well as the 6 individuals who were killed at the World Trade Center during the first attack in February of 1993. Those names are incised in bronze around the two pools, which will be the largest man-made waterfalls in the country.
I think it's the perfect design. It is understated. It leaves it up to the mind to tell a story. It's a void, and you have to imagine what was there.
For me, the most special part of the memorial is how we arranged the names. It's not alphabetic, it's not chronological. It really reflects the relationships that the victims had in life.
My name is Pat Williams, and I lost my 24-year-old son, Kevin, on September 11th. Every single year, we have gone down there for the anniversary and stood in that spot and, realized that that's, where Kevin had gone to achieve his dreams and also left this world. And to see his name permanently engraved there, I think somber is about the only word I could use.
Our function as an institution is to preserve the history of 9/11, to remember the individuals who died on 9/11, and to tell the full story of what happened through first-person accounts and artifacts that are genuine and recovered.
I was working with the fire department all night long in that building looking for survivors. We recovered 3 bodies, and removing the 3 bodies is what brought me to the garage level. In the midst of the center of this carnage was the cross, standing proud and tall as you see it today. It brought me to my knees in tears. It revitalized me and helped me persevere through this tragedy.
The story of the construction workers who sacrificed so much, who came in from all over the place, representing first responder agencies, construction trades, volunteers. That's part of American history.
I worked 12-hour days, 7 days a week, nonstop, on this site for 10 months.
I mean, if you think about it, the very first step in creating this memorial was that 9-month period, was the cleanup that was so difficult, so fraught with danger and emotion. That clearing was the first step in opening this memorial and building this memorial.
I look to this cross as a symbol of faith, and Today, I am so grateful and proud to be part of this event, that the cross is actually saved as a structure of memorial in the museum.
Hearing the sounds of construction to me is it's music to my ears. We started steel in September of 2008. Seeing each girder get constructed, seeing what had been referred to as a pit for a very long time, seeing that come 70 feet from bedrock up to street level, it's been amazing. It's been an absolutely inspiring feeling. Most importantly is being out there on site talking to the more than 600 construction workers who are building this memorial. There is so much pride in what they're doing. They know that they're building something that will be permanently part of New York and of this country.
We're not telling you what happened or what you should think. We're challenging you and we're getting you to reflect.
Seeing that transformation between that horrible crater in the earth to the building site, and meeting the people along the way that had worked around the clock to make this happen. You know, maybe I'll focus on that rather than my Kevin that I don't have.
2,753 people died here at the World Trade Center on 9/11. 40% of those victims, which is a huge percentage, there was never any human remains found at all. So for all those families to not go through that very typical human right to bury those that were lost, it makes this ground even that much more sensitive. I think that this will be the most visited site in New York City. We very much encourage the fact that people from around the world, when they come down here, I think are going to make this an absolute must-see stop. It's not an attraction. I mean, certainly for us, this is a place, and for many, this is such a sacred part of the United States, this very ground. This was a place that the world came together after 9/11, and now that we're opening the memorial, this is the spot where the world's going to come together again, so it's phenomenal.